Have you ever been so excited about something that no one believed you? You knew what you heard. You were sure of what you saw. But when you told others, they brushed it off. They doubted you. Maybe they even thought you were exaggerating. There's a young girl in the Bible who experienced exactly that. Her name was Rhoda. Her story is found in the book of Acts, chapter 12. It's only a few verses long, but it carries a powerful message about faith, courage, and what it means to believe even when others don't. This was a frightening time for the early Christians. King Herod Agrippa had begun persecuting believers. He had already ordered the execution of James, one of Jesus' disciples. And when he saw that it pleased certain people, he went further. He arrested Peter. Peter was placed in prison under heavy guard. 16 soldiers were assigned to watch him. He was chained between two guards, and more stood at the doors. From a human perspective, escape was impossible. But while Peter sat in prison, something else was happening. The believers gathered together in a house and prayed earnestly for him. They weren't whispering quick prayers. They were crying out to God. They were desperate. They were afraid. And they wanted Peter safe. That house belonged to Mary, the mother of John Mark. Many Christians were there that night. And among them was a servant girl named Rhoda. While the group was praying inside, a miracle was unfolding in the prison. An angel appeared beside Peter. A light shone in the cell. The angel struck Peter on the side to wake him up and said, "Quick, get up." Instantly, the chains fell off Peter's wrists. The angel told him to get dressed and follow him. They walked past the guards. They passed through the prison gates. And when they reached the iron gate leading to the city, it opened by itself. Just like that, Peter was free. At first, he thought he was seeing a vision. It didn't feel real. But once the angel disappeared and Peter stood alone in the street, he realized this wasn't a dream. God had truly rescued him. So Peter went to the house where he knew believers would be praying. He approached the outer gate and knocked. Inside the house, people were still praying for Peter's release. Outside the house, Peter, already released, was knocking at the door. Rhoda went to answer the knock. She didn't open it right away. She asked who was there. And when she heard the voice, she froze. It was Peter. She recognized his voice immediately. The very man they were praying for was standing outside. Joy rushed over her. Her heart must have started pounding. Without even opening the gate, she ran back inside. "Peter is at the door," she announced. Now imagine the scene. A room full of people praying intensely for a miracle. And suddenly, a servant girl bursts in saying the miracle has arrived. Their response? "You are out of your mind," they told her. They didn't believe her. Isn't that interesting? They were praying for Peter's release. Yet when the answer stood at the door, they struggled to accept it. But Rhoda didn't back down. She insisted. She was certain. "It's him," she kept saying. Some of them suggested it must be his angel. Meanwhile, Peter was still outside, knocking. Finally, they decided to check. They walked to the gate, opened it, and there he was. Alive, free, standing in front of them. They were astonished. The prayer they had been praying was answered, but the first person to recognize it was not a church leader. Not an apostle. Not someone with influence. It was Rhoda. A servant girl. Her role in society would have been small. She likely had little authority. In that culture, her voice might not have carried much weight. And yet she was the one who recognized the miracle first. She heard what others weren't expecting to hear. She believed what others found hard to believe. And she spoke up, even when people dismissed her. There's something deeply powerful about that. Rhoda teaches us that faith is not about status. It's not about titles. It's not about how important you seem in the room. Sometimes the person with the least recognition sees God's work the clearest. And sometimes, even faithful people can pray for something while secretly doubting it will happen. Maybe the believers were praying faithfully, but they didn't expect the answer so quickly. Maybe fear had lowered their expectations. But Rhoda simply heard Peter's voice and believed. Yes, she forgot to open the door. Her excitement made her run back inside without letting him in. It's almost humorous. Peter standing outside, still knocking, while everyone debates whether Rhoda is mistaken. But that detail makes her story even more relatable. Faith is not always calm and polished. Sometimes it's joyful. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes it makes you run before you think. In the end, Peter motioned for them to quiet down. He explained how the Lord had brought him out of prison. He asked them to share the news with others, and then he left to stay safe. The story moves on. But Rhoda's moment remains. A simple servant girl who recognized answered prayer before anyone else did. Maybe you've felt like Rhoda before. Maybe you've shared good news and people doubted you. Maybe you sensed that something was changing, that a breakthrough was near, but others brushed it aside. Maybe you feel like your voice doesn't carry much weight. But Rhoda's story reminds us that God often works through those who seem unnoticed. Your position does not determine your purpose. Your title does not determine your insight. And your excitement over what God is doing is not foolish, it's faith. When you hear that knock, when you sense that prayer being answered, don't silence yourself just because others hesitate. Speak. Believe. Celebrate. And yes, maybe remember to open the door. Because sometimes, the miracle you've been praying for is closer than you think, standing right outside, waiting to be welcomed in. And that is the quiet but powerful story of Rhoda, the girl who believed first.